Hello and welcome to an anime time segment. Let me just move this anime box. Tekken 101 recently released a video. It's an anime tag, so this is my take on the tag. He said, Tournament Power in Dragon Ball Super. I've not been following this, but I know enough about it. Vaguely, it's a tournament of power. It's basically, I'm assuming, the same as the World Martial Arts tournaments in earlier Dragon Ball, and I would research it, but I don't have internet at the moment, and I'd rather record this here than at uni. So, his thing is to pick 10 characters to make a team for a fictional, additional world, universe, to put into a team, and in this universe, you cannot have characters from the Dragon Ball franchise. You can only pick characters from anime, and it has to be maximum of 2 from each anime, just so you don't pick the strongest from the strongest animes. And the Tournament Power isn't all about strength, because there's the ring outs, which would constitute a victory, along with the fact that you've got to work together and you can't kill anyone. As far as I know, that's all the rules. So, I didn't want to pick any of the characters that he picked. So, I originally had All Might from Boku no Hero Academia, but I don't anymore. Because he picked All Might as his last character. Ironically, he was my first. But instead, I've still got a character from that, which would be the mind control guy who Izuku faces in the tournament in that. I think he's from Class 1B, he's got like a purpley blue hair. I can't remember his name, but his quirk is if you reply to him, he can issue you commands and you have to follow them. So you could do the same thing he did to Izuku and just say something to them. If they talk back, he can be like, walk off the ring. And they'd have to walk off the ring. The only reason Izuku got away with it, as far as I can tell, is because he had the quirk of One for All, which, spoilers, it comes from other people. And so it's the other people's will that pushed him to do the thing with his finger, I think, that brought him back to his senses, so he won. Afterwards, I will say Master Furinji from Kenichi's Ultimate Disciple, because, well, he can not exactly fly, but he can basically fly. He's stupidly fast, like, at least as fast as Dragon Ball characters. Then there's that whole circle defense thing where they can't be beaten, and he's a master rather than just a disciple, so his has got to be pretty insane. I reckon he could go toe-to-toe with a lot of the Dragon Ball fighters from Universe 6, so yeah. Then from Nanatsu no Taizai / the Seven Deadly Sins, I threw in Ban, the Sin of Greed, I think. Foxin, Ban, yeah. Because he can't die or anything like that. He recovers stupidly quickly. So even if they beat him to a pulp, you're not allowed to kill anyone in this tournament. If he recovered before they threw him off the edge of the Wasamajigi, then he's not been beaten. So you can just get up and keep going. Obviously, you're not allowed your weapon. I forgot to mention that at the start, so no weapons. So he can't have his nunchucky whip-esque thing. But he doesn't need that. I'm sure he could leave opponents alive and make one out of their bones. He's a pretty resourceful dude, is Ban. And he's got a lot of combat experience, and he's very strong. Goes toe-to-toe with Meliodas, who is the leader of the group, so yeah. Oh, also, he's got his stealing thing, where he can take the strength and speed, etc., of his opponent whilst he's fighting them. It'll make him really exhausted afterwards, but because he can't die or anything, he could go toe-to-toe with, say, Goku, take Goku's strength and speed and whatnot, and then Goku would just be like, ah, and throw him over the edge. And then, because he's got all of the Goku power, he could go face off against Vegeta real quick. But you never know. Then from One Piece, I've decided to take Bartolomeo because his barriers. So if anyone on the team is going to get knocked off, Then he could pop a barrier, stop them from getting knocked off. He can get the barrier to push them off. Then that's pretty powerful stuff. Then I've got Law because he's a doctor. You're not allowed healing items, but he's a doctor. So, yeah, that's just that. Also, you could put Law and Bartolomeo together because Law could take out everyone's, like, internal organs and stuff that still work and put them in one of Bartolomeo's indestructible barriers so no one would have to worry about damaging those. Though imagine that'd tire them both out a little bit. But yes, Law obviously also has his shambles technique, so he could teleport people off the side of the arena. Then, next, I picked Pokemon as an anime. I'm sure it must have gone unthought of by the vast majority of people who would be included in this, but it is technically an anime. So I picked Mew and Mewtwo because of their psychic powers, and the fact that Mewtwo can telepathically communicate in human language between everyone. So, that he mixes well, or it mixes well with the last two picks on this list. But the number 8 pick is Satan from The Devil is a Part-Timer. I partially picked it because I've actually just got this in front of me. It's the only DVDs I've got here, because I forgot they were in my bag when I moved in. But also, if you have him with the negative energy, I'm sure there'll be a lot of it around, which he can just absorb. He's a pretty powerful dude. And also he's a fun character, so why not? Then, finally, it's the twins from No Game No Life. They're not even twins, I don't think, but I can't remember their names. I remember the girl's name, but not the boy's name. Fuck. But yeah, you know, the two protagonists from No Game No Life. Because they are geniuses, and if they treated it as a game, then surely they'll be able to whack out some sort of awesome strategy to help the team win. Because they'd, like, before the Tournament of Power, obviously get to know everyone and be like, oh, yeah, there's these things. They can't fight very well. But with, like, Mew, just be like, okay, someone's coming near me. No, you're not anymore, because Mew, you're going to do this. Mewtwo can be, like, the communications person and, like, a personal bodyguard. If need be, Bartolomeo can stand there and put them all in a barrier. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they'll be fine. So long as no one gets to them. Because they can't really fight, they're pretty weak. And have, like, awful cardio and whatnot. I say they've got awful cardio, it's better than mine. But yeah, they would be, like, the strategists, not strategists. And lead everyone else through the power of Mew, who can communicate between them all. And yeah, I reckon they'd put up a pretty good fight if it doesn't win, but it might win. So this is my anime tag. My Tournament of Power team. Thank you, Tekking101, for the, tag. You invented it. Congrats. I've always wanted, I say always, since the last one, which I also got from your channel, even though it came from Roger Space. I don't really watch Roger Space anymore. Yeah. I want to make one, but I haven't thought of one yet. But that is all for now, and I will catch you cats on the flip-flop, and goodbye.